so fucking tight. So I wanted to make this video. That spoke on, and this is really a video for me. I really can give a fuck about a lot of people's opinions on it. I wouldn't mind to hear your point of view. It's good to hear other people's opinions, but at the same time, right now, where I'm at in the world, it's gonna be hard pressed for you to convince me that this something ain't clicking. Like, I be feeling like I'm fucking crazy sometimes because I be trying to explain to people how their computers ain't computing. Now, to go to that point, I was on Instagram earlier, and I was I was basically about to comment a whole fucking paragraph on this one topic, and the topic was traditional relationships are inhumane. And for lack of better words, I think she wanted to on some Melissa Ford shit. You know how I posted my video on Melissa Ford and marriages, but I think she was trying to say, and then what's disheartening is it was a black woman that spoke on it, and it was getting a whole bunch of comments. And it's like I seen the comments of the women that was kind of like backing her up, but I also seen the woman that was basically giving her flack. And I read the whole comment, and it's like, you are a part of the fucking problem. Like, it's like she threw up good points. She spoke on the aspect of, if you're going through your man's phone, or if you're going through your partner's phone, I say your man's phone because it's the other way. It could be the other way around. If you're going through your partner's phone, and I hate saying partner, but in this context, if you're going through the significant other's phone and you're going through their phone, looking at their likes, seeing who they like, that's not a, let me just keep it a buck. Let's start with one thing. Traditional, in some people's eyes, is too close. It's literally lumped in the same box as conservative, because traditional, conservative. You understand what I mean? Conservative is lumped in the same box as Republican. Traditional, conservative, Republican. You understand what I mean? It's like damn near the same thing. You got to say the whole thing together, like a Tribe Called Quest, like a pimp named Slipback. You got to say the whole thing together. You feel me? But the whole thing is that that's not an onus on traditional relationships. That's an onus on a personal issue. That's not a traditional issue. When you're going through your significant other's phone, that's not a traditional issue. That's a personal issue. You have insecurities. That's a personal problem. You understand what I mean? It's you. It's you, not it's me. You understand what I mean? Also, because we can also talk about the aspect of traditional, conservative, Republican is also lumped in with another word. Guess what the word is, folks? Patriarchy. Because it's always the man's fault. You understand what I mean? But in this context, she was not specifically having onus on the men. She was getting in on women going through niggas' phones. I want to say women. I think she was getting on women when she said that, because she was also stating the fact that another thing is men liking other women's pics. And I'm an artist. I don't like pics. And that's just my personal issue. Like, I'll like pics if I kind of like just, first of all, I'm single. I'm a single man and I still don't like pics. I am a single man and I still know that liking a pic literally puts some people in the train of thought of he's being thirsty, or you know what I mean? It's some people that's like that. If I go scroll through your page and I realize, all right, she down to earth, you know what I mean? All right, you know what I mean? I'll start liking pictures. Sometimes I just don't give a fuck. Like, I'll just like some shit just because you just pretty to me. But some people, I'm not gonna hold you. Some people will literally, I've been in situations where I will like a few pics and it will literally be thrown back in my face of, yeah, I seen you liking that pitch with your thirsty ass. I said, wait a minute, what? I can't even like a fucking picture. I ain't even in a relationship with you. What the fuck? How am I thirsty? Niggas, the patriarchy, niggas can't win. I digress. I'm being facetious, but yeah, it's like it threw me off. It threw me the fuck off. But back to the subject at hand. Boundaries. Like I said before, boundaries when it comes to why you are in a situation where a man or a woman is literally going through your phone, seeing who you liked and telling you, nah, like on some cheap keep shit. You feel me? But to emphasize the importance, I wanted to emphasize the importance of just establishing clear boundaries in any relationship. Discuss how both partners should be aware and respect others' limits and how this can be prevented misunderstandings and conflicts from the beginning. Sometimes, a lot of the times, if you're going to keep it a buck, Most people are going into relationships with bad intent, meaning they're fucking their way into a relationship. You understand what I mean? I'm just calling it what it is. Or it's with a lot of women too nowadays is they not even fucking their way in a relationship nowadays. They kind of like, is he paying bills type shit? You know what I mean? Like that's how they getting into relationships. And truth be told, you get what you get when you don't know who the other fucking person is. It's not, once again, it's not a blame on traditional relationships. It's a blame on personal accountability. Did you even ask him how his mother is? How he was treated as a young man? Did you ask her how her father treated her as a young woman? Did she go through any sexual assault? Be it with outside influence or familiar family? Did you care enough to ask? You understand what I mean? So when I see women say specifically that traditional relationships are inhumane, by her words, once again, it's disheartening to see black women say this, but I know that a lot of black women experience these type of trauma with black men. You understand what I mean? Because get it, like we are living in survival mode in America. Like as much as I want to say that it's black women's fault or it's black men's fault, as much as people want to say that shit, it's not fucking true, bruh. Yes, people hurt people. Sometimes it's called proximity violence. It's not sometimes called that. It is called proximity violence. If you're in commune with a lot of black people, you're going to get a lot of black crime. Sorry. And you saying it's always us doing it to us. That's just what happens normally. Asians on Asian crimes, white on white crimes. Well, we don't call it that. It's called proximity violence. Look it up. I'm probably going to put a fucking post up. But yeah, it's called proximity violence. It just happens. So if you as an Asian person or you as a white person come into a black community and you say, you have a crime done unto you, it's not racism. Sorry, it's not Asian hate. Sorry, you're in the hood, beloved. You in the hood. You feel me? Like it just is what it is. So when you see people speak on these things like, harm being done to black women, it's just. It happens. And a lot of times people don't discuss the whole thing because they don't discuss how it's not just harm that's happened to the black woman. It's also harm that's happening to the black man. Because verbal abuse is still what? Abuse. Emotional abuse is only valid in some people's eyes when it pertains to a man to a woman. That's another problem we got to talk about, but nobody wants to talk about it. Emotional abuse is not valid to some people, to most people, if it's a woman to a man. Because why you being emotional, my nigga? Why you being emotional? Why you in your emotions, my nigga? You know what I mean? Get out your emotions. Get out your feelings. I also want to speak on the aspect of mutual accountability. I'm just going to keep it up. Both partners in a relationship have a role in maintaining trust and respect, highlighting the importance of self-control and discernment, how both parties should strive and uphold the values of an agreed fucking union. Again, traditional relationships is not the fucking problem. I get it. Your definition of a traditional relationship could be the problem because that's your personal tradition, your personal taste, your personal values, your personal, equity, your personal morality. That's still personal. That's still, subjective. It's subjective. And nobody wants to speak on that. It is subjective. I get how much y'all want to lump traditional in so bad with conservatism and Republican. And it's like they definitely, Republicans have gained a grasp on that word. I get it. But that don't mean that all fucking people, you understand what I mean? It's kind of like the people with the word nigga. Like, yes, white people got the word too. White people say the word too. But guess what? You get the prescriptions, white people. Don't say that shit. Don't say that shit in no black. You say that shit in the black community. You can say that shit when you by yourself with your white friends. But don't say, I really don't want you to say that too, because your white friends be snitching on y'all. So you might want to stop on that shit. But my main thing is this. I would be careful if you're going to say that shit, because the prescriptions come with that shit. You know what I mean? she may have had a relationship with a man that was very fucking toxic. Or she may not have a relationship with a man, but she's probably had friends that did exactly what I just said, where they would go through their man's phone, they would check them if they were ever looking at another woman. You understand what I mean? They would check them if they like another woman's pages. Why aren't you establishing that from the get-go? I think that that's another thing that we don't talk about too. Sometimes people go into a relationship not knowing who that person is, how they get down, and then when they get into the shit, oh, no, that's not how this shit going. So you start talking like you big dog. How you big dog and you never gave the fucking rules? You ain't never laid law down. So now you gotta stand on business and lay the law down. Show that nigga that you ain't playing. Why? Quick question. Come here. Why are you laying the law down 10 years into the relationship? Why are you doing that? Shit. Why are you laying the law down a year into the relationship? You didn't give that nigga the list of boundaries, the list of consent from the get-go. Oh, you thought that because he was fine, he loved his mama. I mean, he read self-help books. Oh, he's a liberal. He's a liberal. Oh, he speaks on the Deontay Kyle situation. You thought that all of that shit matters in the grand scheme of things, rather than asking him directly on his views, having a sit down and a talk about his views on the world. You understand what I mean? Actually, not interrogating this nigga. Let's talk about that shit. Some of these motherfuckers, I see women talk about the aspect of getting to know a man's personal taste and personal interests. Let's keep it a buck. Most men are going to tell you what the fuck you want to hear to get in the motherfucking pants. How long have y'all known each other before y'all started having sex? You feel me? Like, how long have y'all talked to each other before? And truth be told, that don't even really matter. I've heard situations where niggas will wait years, bruh, years, be a whole person, and come to find out the moment they get the sex to get that fucking pussy, and they find out that pussy it's not enough. It's not enough on some Kendrick Lamar shit. It's not enough. They find out that shit ain't worth it, or the person is a horrible person. Adios. Motherfucker dip out of existence, nigga, just deuces. You gotta basically call it what it is. What type of conversations are you having with the men that you know what I mean? Not even just the men, but the women too. I'm putting the onus on men too. It's like, as much as they want to blame all women for their trials and tribulations, I get it. Some women, even the good ones, are sometimes wrapped into the bullshit. I get it. I understand that. It comes with the territory, my nigga. You have to be doing your due diligence. You do. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, it just is what it is. And yes, I'm not saying that it's hard to do that, but a lot of people don't do that because of the inconvenience of it. You have to wait. You have to be discernment. You have to use your discernment. That takes actual work ethic. And nobody wants to work on a relationship. It takes a duty to learn who the fucking other person is. I ain't trying to preach. I really sound like I'm preaching. I am preaching. But I think that when we talk about duty within marriage, we also don't talk about duty within just actually trying to get to know the other person. It takes work. It does. It does. Sorry. It's not always roses and daisies. And also, the last part I wanted to say is challenging the extremes. And the reason why I say I wanted to challenge the extremes is because of the ideal of not generalizing all traditional relationships based on personal experiences. Encourage viewers to understand that while there can be negative aspects in any relationship, it's essential to approach each situation with a balanced perspective. A balanced fucking perspective. Now, again, when you go to the internet and say things like traditional relationships are inhumane and damn near using the same sentiments of Melissa Ford when it comes to marriage being considered slavery, that's your personal, view on that. That's your personal issue. And I get it. I seen the women agreeing with her. Yes, girl, yes. I felt this. Scrolling through the comments. I went to the other side and it's like, I was gonna comment, but I was like, this ain't the place, this ain't the time. I want to make some type of talk piece. I want to talk to people, and shit, talk to myself. To be honest with you, but I went into the comment section, and I seen this lady speak on, I understand where you're coming from, but let's be real. And I was like, all right, she's gonna keep it on some real shit. Okay, let me hear what you got to say. You feel me? Let me hear what you got to say. Let's be real. If you don't go through his phone, people that went through other people's phones saved them. I said, what the fuck? What the fuck, bruh? Like, no, no, no. Like, if you have to go through that person's phone, you need to leave. If you literally feel that you need to go through that person's phone and they're not literally giving you their word, and they're honestly showing you that, listen, I'm on no bullshit with you. I am very much vulnerable. I'm open to you. I don't do that. If you must have to do that, even if they are on that shit and they are not able to show you that they on that shit, you gotta go. You gotta go. Dip. Don't even waste your fucking time and energy. But that's here lies the fucking kicker. That takes a personal account of what type of things that I'm going to willing to digest, invest in. You know what I mean? Emotional investment within somebody. If you see that they're not on the up and up, why are you still investing in them? Why does it take 4 years, 2 years? Why does it take 6 months? Why does it take about 3 months at the very least? Why does it take 3 months for you to realize, okay, this person is just on bullshit? I'm going to go back to what I said before. The dick might be amazing to you, baby. The dick maybe you need to consider the fact that maybe I don't need to be just giving this nigga, because that thing be thanging on him. You feel me? Nobody going to talk about it. Nobody going to talk about it. And truth be told, it may not just be the dick. It may be the words, the gift, the gab. It may be his presentation. He looks good. Vice versa with men and women. Her pussy might be amazing, but she's fucking crazy. My nigga, like, leave. Leave. Another thing, she looks fucking beautiful. She looks amazing. You know, my fucking, first of all, I love goth women. Like, black goth women, y'all are fucking beautiful to me. Y'all are beautiful to me. But a lot of the times, y'all are toxic as hell. I'ma just call it what it is. All that black on black on black. Oh, that's fucking beautiful. But yeah, that shit is fucking, oh my gosh. It's toxic in a lot of the situations that I've seen and been in. Also, artsy women. I love a good, beautiful, fucking artsy, spiritual woman. But god damn it, I be damned if I won't lie. I mean, if I won't tell the truth and say that motherfuckers be having issues too. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. The spiritual, lyrical, miracle. You know what I mean? Like, I love y'all. Y'all down to earth. You feel me? Y'all more so like not tripping on certain shit. Not all the times, but sometimes. You're not tripping on everything. You know what I mean? But another thing with I say the artsy farsies don't be tripping on shit, but sometimes the other side of the coin is them motherfuckers be tripping on shit, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, there's some situations where it be like they be on some artsy farsi shit, but they on their liberal shit too. I say all that to say, I'm gonna get off the topic. I say all that to say, traditional relationships is not the issue when it comes to people going through trials of boundaries being crossed. It's a personal issue, not a traditional relationship issue. That's just my 2 cents. I don't know. It threw me off. I wanted to post the video, but truth be told, I don't want to smoke. And truth be told, another thing is, I don't want y'all niggas going to the motherfucking page being like, yeah, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't say that, because y'all niggas be moving on some weird shit. I just seen the Corey Kenshin shit. You feel me? I'm cool. I'm cool on all that. I ain't nobody and I ain't even got no followers, but sometimes random people be popping up on my fucking YouTube. My YouTube be like blowing up from time to time, and it'd be like, I'll have like a whole bunch of like hundreds of fucking views and shit. And it's like, all right, where y'all niggas come from? But yeah, y'all be safe, man. Take care of yourselves. Go get your computers computing. You feel me? Seek mental health therapy, like seek therapy if you need to. Take care of yourself, man. That's all I got to say. And like that, we gone.